Good morning, everyone. It is Wednesday, February 19th, and it is about 12 minutes before the market starts here in New York. And we are going to get right into it. So I'm going to do the intro and the disclosure, and I'm going to see you in the trading room. So I'll see you there. All right, so we're back in. And here's what we're looking at. We have several reports coming out. We have reports from Canada, and US, Canada, and US. So these will all for sure make some volatility in market, and we're looking at what that could potentially do. The dollar index had an all-time high yesterday, or new high yesterday. It broke a previous high and closed out right before that, and then the next high is up at 99.67. I have a feeling that the report will cause the dollar to fall, but that's just, maybe that's more a wish than anything else. But just looking at the setup for today, 4 hours, we had some hesitation here, and we can't see the volume, so we have to just estimate. But I look in the other charts, and we had a huge inverted hammer here, which is a breaking volume candle. We have another huge wick here with a close of body 50% or below. And then we had a full bearish candle after that. So it kind of tells me that the market should react in a bearish manner for DXY, which would be consistent with driving up the euro. So we'll see if I'm right or wrong. So we have 9 minutes left, and the trading still looks like before. There's a little bit of relief. I'm taking some smaller trades. I'm running a tight stop loss. They're either working or they're not working. So 10 to 15 pips stop loss, and then the upside is 15 to 20 pips. And if it runs in and it has steam in it, then I'll just move the trade profit and lock them into no risk. This, because of the news coming out here, could potentially be taken out. That's okay. It's only a let's see what that is. That is 98 cents with a huge potential up. The numbers from England was not so bad. So I expect this one to pop up. And this is pound New Zealand dollars, and we talked about it yesterday. It broke outside the trading range and was sitting here, and I said I expected it to drop further, which it did. It hasn't dropped far enough for me to say that I want to cut this one. I would like to see another push down, and like I said yesterday, we talked about the flat 2 for a range, and I'm about to get stopped out here, and I'm actually going to reverse that trade at this point and let that run down. So again, 26 pips with a stop right around there. I'm letting it have a little bit more, so I'll just keep doing this back and forth until one kicks in. So we talked about 2 being the next level. That's way further down. Euro USD had a little climb this morning. I'm in a trade on that. I'm up 6 pips. Keep moving the stop loss, but we're about to get a kicker here, so I'm hoping that kicker is up. So that's where we're at. I'm going to keep recording throughout the morning as I trade, but I'm going to go ahead and pause the video right now, and then we'll wait for the news. I'll come back after that. So I see you in a little bit. All right, so quick little update. The news from US and Canada came out. Didn't do too much as far as things going. The numbers from US was better. I thought they were going to be worse. Obviously that took the dollar up, and it's now at that line that I drew it earlier. It has done a little bit to the Euro USD. It went up, it went down, it's now down, and now it's back up again, going back up. And I've been taking a couple of trades. Mostly I'm just screwing around a little bit, and so I had one profitable trade, but then mainly a lot of small losers here, but they all add up. So I'm just gonna keep trading, and I'm gonna change this to be custom today, and then I want to see if I can switch this over. No, I can't. I was hoping to switch it over so it shows me the report for like how many pips I've lost. I'll see. I'll look into that if there's a way to do that. But what I'm interested in is trying to count my pip profit. But as of today, I'm down $7.25. So I'll keep trading all day if I have to, until I take that $7 back, and hopefully add up to on top of that. So we have the pound New Zealand dollar trade I have here. That's right now in profit 6 pips. Is tracing back a little bit. See if this line's holding here. There's a support here, but I'm just gonna take it because I think it's gonna come down, back down here. And then we have the Euro USD that is about to get into profit. It's a little bit in profit. I'm gonna wait for that candle to close. Something you may see is this indicator here. That's an indicator that I developed. It's called a pivot breaker. And pivot alert breaker. That's just something that I developed, and it helps me get indication. This is what I'm using for kind of a scanner of trades that on all shorts, that tells me, if I should pay attention to it. There's alerts that comes out that says pivot up confirmed and pivot down, and then I'm working on, I'm not getting the message for this one, which is another indicator which tells me that I should take a look. But when a pivot is being formed, I go in and I kind of do some stuff, and it tells me whether I have something that I should be looking at. I just put this in, and so in the sense of me not using an indicator, this is my scanner. So basically it tells me to, I'm not looking at the chart until the scanner tells me a pivot has been created. This pivot is created based on my my setup, and so if you want to use pivot, you can, there's indicators in here. You have this Bill Williams fractals. Fractal and pivots are similar, but I've programmed something that gives me an indication when I get a pivot break. So I just have it here. I'm gonna start using that to, instead of having to flip through a lot of charts, I'll get an alert box when a pivot's being created, then I'll go in and look at it. So that's how that works. And eventually, when I've finessed it a little bit, this will be one of those indicators that you can buy or you can subscribe to. So I'll keep you guys updated, but the way it works is that it shows your pivots, and then there's some other things going on that I'm not going to go into right now. But anyway, that's where we're at. continue just trading pound New Zealand dollars, like we talked about earlier. When you look at this downtrend from yesterday, continues dropping. There's a pretty substantial drop here earlier today on 15 minutes, almost 50 pips. I'm waiting for an up move to here, and then I'm looking for a down below this pip, so an 80 pip drop. So I'm gonna draw a line here, and then I'm gonna pause the video again. So I'm looking to see if I get a push up in here, and this should be somewhat familiar in the sense that as you see when I do this stuff, it's not magic, it's just the way it is. That line that I drew happened to fall right on the sweet spot. So if I get up there and I see the right things, then I'm going to short pound New Zealand dollar again. Okay, so that's it. I'm going to pause the video now and I'll be back later. But as it stands right now, before we go, I'm down $6.89 for today. All right, see you in a little bit. All right, continue playing around here and just taking trades back and forth. Let's see where we at. This is where we at. Pound yen ran up in here to 144.15.7. I had a trade taken on that. I took some profit, and I also have taken a loss. So overall today I'm still down. I'm still down $13. That's alright. I don't really care because I had a stop loss on this. I knew that it was going to run up in here. I was early in my entry, but that's alright. Shit happens. So, but I had a stop loss, and I took the stop loss, and that's what's important. And that I make sure that the stuff gets entered correctly. So I'm waiting for this pound yen to come down, and then we'll see what happens after that. But I'll continue. This will be the last clip for today, so I just making sure the video is working. We'll be back tomorrow, and then on Friday I probably won't do a live trade this week at all. I'll be in the trading session, live chat together with Djinn trader. We've been trading today mainly on a large account, and we've had some really good trades today. We took the tip and the edge on gold today. So that was a really good trade. We took a trade right up in here, and we took it all the way down, so that was a good trade. And so we've been doing that all day. We took another one over here and took that one down, so it's been good, overall good day. I'm now again looking to enter into gold, another short, but I'm not doing it on this account. Although that could be fun, but the margin requirements for it is extremely expensive. So I'm going to leave that alone, like I said from the beginning when I started this. So I'm just going to let this one sit here. I'm going to go into 5 minutes. I had a low here, got a new low in here. So we broke below that. I'm going to take a low on that, just try to regain some of this stuff. I'm going for 15 pips, and I'm setting my stop loss up here, and I'll increase this one once I get down to this level. I'll lock in. If I have profit, I'll lock it in and move this, take profit, and that's it. That's it's been a whole day of trading. That's kind of unusual for me, but it's been fun trading with Djinn and his guys, and Eric Bailey. So I'll talk to you tomorrow, and I'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and hit that like button, and I'll see you tomorrow.